Does the Australian government have the legal right to ban its citizens from growing fruit or veggies in your own backyard? The answer coming next. The answer to that question is yes. The Australian government can definitely ban its citizens from growing your own fruit and veggies. Would such a thing happen? I would hope not. Could it happen? Yes, it could. Now, Australia to me at the moment is just a land where the government just wants to squeeze, and squeeze you until there's no more blood left in you to squeeze out. That's how it feels. Cost of living, blah, 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 blah. Now, growing your own fruit and veggies is a big reason to do so because of the cost of living. Okay? It is very expensive to buy food in this country. So, the smart thing to do is to grow your own crops, to be honest, if you have the area to do so. Now, why would the government ban us from doing that? Okay, now, the first thing is, it's control, okay? That's been proven from what happened during the pandemic. Fear equals control. Bottom line, the governments know that. The governments feed off it like parasites. They feed off your fear because they know they can control you. Okay? That's a fact. Now, COVID, fact. Fear equals control. You couldn't have no one over your house. No Barbies. Not even one person. Couldn't even see you dying, whoever it may be. Pretty drastic, isn't it? Anyway, I think all of us have learnt our lesson from that, and I hope everyone has. So when the next fear-mongering tool comes along to promote fear in you, you know it's for something. And again, it's for control. Bottom line. Why would Australia do such a thing? Well, money. All comes down to money and control. If people have their own crops, their own fruit and veg, they don't need to go to the supermarkets anymore. Very rarely anyway. Which means the government loses money. That's pretty much the bottom line. Okay? Now, in my eyes anyway. So, what other reasons could they use to ban you from growing your own veggies and fruit? Okay, it could be that they make up some bullshit about some biosecurity hazard. The soil has been contaminated that you buy from wherever you buy from. The seeds have been contaminated. They put news articles everywhere, news bulletins on the bullshit media saying that strong winds will pick up the dirt, blow it next door. We'll blow it kilometres away. We'll blow it hundreds of kilometres away, reaching actual farmlands that produce crops for consumption, which is obviously sold to the supermarkets. There's many excuses they can come up with. Now, could a biosecurity risk happen? Yes, of course. Could have been sabotage. Could be anything, okay? But I highly, highly doubt that would happen. And I don't buy soil to grow my own crops. I just dig up my own soil. I've got the existing soil. I might buy manure and things like that, but that's about it. So, to me, this government has proven that nothing is off the books. They'll do anything it takes to bleed you dry, including the freedom that you have to grow your own food. Kind of makes our national anthem a bit non-relevant. The land of the free. We are free, whatever it says. I don't even know what it says anymore. Because everything in that anthem is total bullshit. We're not free anymore. We're just puppets. And the masters are pulling the strings. But it's up to you to be the puppet. I'm not a puppet. I'll never be a puppet. So, if such thing were to happen in my lifetime, I'm 52. I would hope I've got another few decades left in me. But, it's possible. It could happen. And if it does, I would hope that every one of you stand up and fight against this, because this would top the cake over everything that has happened to us in the past few years. And it's just going to get worse. Cost of living will get worse. So I have a video coming up after this. You can hang around and watch it if you like. It goes for 10 minutes, so make a coffee, make a tea, grab a beer, grab a wine, roll a joint, smoke a bong, whatever you like. Sit back. The first few minutes, if you can get by that, it's pretty informative. It's generated through AI, but AI's grabbed facts from databases. So, it's a hypothetical situation, okay? Just bear that in mind. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen exactly the way this video depicts. It's just hypothetical. So, hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.
Unthinkable edicts, the power of government. Governments hold immense power. They enact laws, shape societies. Their decisions a ripple effect on our lives. But could this power extend to our gardens? Could a government dictate what we grow, or even ban home gardening altogether? It seems inconceivable, a dystopian nightmare. Yet the question remains. Do governments possess the legal and legislative power to enforce such a ban? Gardens outlawed? A theoretical possibility. The answer, unsettling as it is yes. In theory, a government could enact legislation prohibiting home gardening. The legal framework exists, however improbable its application. Such a law would likely be justified on grounds of national security, public health, or resource management. The government, wielding its vast authority, could declare home gardening a threat. Seeds of fear, biosecurity in a changed world. Imagine a world ravaged by crop pandemics, genetically modified superweeds choking farmlands, food security, a distant memory. In this scenario, home gardens could be deemed a biosecurity risk, uncontrolled plant growth, a potential breeding ground for disease. The government, desperate to contain the crisis, bans home gardening. A necessary evil, they argue, for the greater good. The thirst for control when water runs dry. Water, the lifeblood of any garden, becomes increasingly scarce. Climate change, a grim reality. Droughts cripple the land, leaving cities parched. In this arid dystopia, home gardens become a luxury. The government, struggling to allocate dwindling resources, imposes strict water rationing. Home gardens, deemed non-essential water use, are outlawed. Conservation, they proclaim, demands sacrifice. Section 5, a nation fed. The allure of centralization, food production tightly controlled by corporations. Vertical farms, a testament to technological advancement. Home gardens, a relic of the past. In this world, the government touts efficiency, uniformity. Centralized food production, they argue, ensures optimal yield, minimizes waste. Home gardens, inefficient and unpredictable, are deemed a hindrance to progress. Their eradication, a necessary step towards a food-secure future. Section 6, the walls close in, enforcing the unenforceable. Enacting a ban is one thing, enforcing it quite another. How could a government possibly police the private gardens of its citizens? The answer lies in technology and surveillance. Drones equipped with infrared cameras scan backyards for illicit greenery. Neighbors report neighbors, incentivized by rewards or fear of punishment. The government tightens its grip, its reach extending into the very heart of our homes. Section 7, green shoots of rebellion, defiance in the face of tyranny. Yet, even in the face of such draconian measures, seeds of resistance would sprout. The oppressive regime sought to control every aspect of life, but they underestimated the resilience of the human spirit. People, driven by an innate desire to connect with the earth, began to find ways to defy the harsh restrictions imposed upon them. In the darkest corners of the city, where surveillance was less intense, small acts of rebellion began to take root. The human spirit, irrepressible, yearning for connection with nature. It was in these hidden spaces that the true essence of defiance was cultivated. People would gather in secret, sharing knowledge and resources, determined to keep the flame of hope alive. The simple act of planting a seed became a powerful symbol of resistance, a way to reclaim a sense of agency and autonomy in a world that sought to strip them of both. Hidden gardens, a testament to defiance. These clandestine green spaces were more than just a means of growing food. They were sanctuaries of freedom and resilience. Underneath the city, in basements and abandoned buildings, people cultivated lush gardens illuminated by makeshift lighting. These hidden oases provided not only sustenance but also a sense of community and solidarity among those who tended them. People driven by a primal urge to nurture and grow would find ways to circumvent the ban. They would meet under the cover of night, exchanging seeds and tips on how to grow plants in secret. The act of gardening became a form of silent protest, a way to push back against the regime's attempts to control their lives. Each plant that grew was a small victory, a reminder that even in the most oppressive conditions, life could still flourish. Secret rooftop gardens, clandestine seed exchanges, whispers of forgotten gardening techniques. These acts of defiance were not just about survival. They were about preserving a way of life that the regime sought to erase. People would risk everything to keep these traditions alive, passing down knowledge from one generation to the next. The rooftops of the city became a patchwork of hidden gardens, each one a testament to the enduring human spirit. The fight for the right to garden, a symbol of resistance against an oppressive regime. This struggle was about more than just growing food. It was about reclaiming a sense of identity and autonomy. The people stood united, their determination unwavering. They knew that as long as they could plant a seed and watch it grow, they would never be truly defeated. The gardens were a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the face of tyranny, the human spirit could not be crushed. Section 8. A future ungardened. A chilling prospect. The thought of a world without home gardens is a chilling one. Imagine walking through neighborhoods where once vibrant gardens thrived, now replaced by barren patches of land. The absence of greenery would not only affect the aesthetics, but also the very essence of our communities. Gardens, more than just sources of food, are places of solace, of connection, of beauty. They are where families gather, where children learn about nature, and where we find a moment of peace in our busy lives. The simple act of tending to a garden can be a form of therapy, a way to unwind and reconnect with the earth. To lose them would be to lose a part of ourselves. The barren spaces would serve as a constant reminder of what we have lost, a visual representation of a disconnect from nature. The emotional and psychological impact would be profound, affecting our well-being in ways we might not even fully understand. The scent of freshly tilled soil, the feel of it between our fingers, is a sensory experience that connects us to the earth. It's a reminder of the cycles of life, of growth and renewal. The vibrant colors of blooming flowers, each petal a testament to the beauty of nature, bring joy and inspiration. They are a feast for the eyes and a balm for the soul. The taste of a sun-ripened tomato, fresh from the vine, is a simple pleasure that connects us to the food we eat. It's a taste that store-bought produce can never quite replicate. These are the simple joys that a ban on home gardening would steal from us. The loss would be felt not just in our kitchens, but in our hearts and minds. A world without gardens is a world diminished. It's a world where we lose touch with the natural rhythms of life, where concrete and steel replace the green spaces that bring us so much joy. We must cherish and protect our gardens, for they are not just a part of our environment, but a part of who we are. Section 9. The enduring spirit of the garden, hope amidst dystopia. While the scenarios we've explored are hypothetical, they serve as a stark reminder of the importance of safeguarding our freedoms. In a world where control and oppression can easily take root, the simple act of gardening becomes a powerful symbol of resistance and resilience. It is in these small, everyday actions that we find our strength and our hope. The right to grow our own food, to connect with nature, is a fundamental human right. It is a connection that grounds us, that reminds us of our place in the world. When we plant a seed, we are making a statement of faith in the future. We are saying that we believe in tomorrow, that we believe in the possibility of growth and renewal. This right is not one we should take for granted. In many parts of the world, people are fighting for the right to cultivate their own land, to grow their own food. They are fighting against forces that seek to control and limit their access to these basic necessities. And yet, despite these challenges, they continue to plant, to nurture, to grow. Even in the darkest of dystopias, the human spirit, like a tenacious vine, will always find a way to thrive. It is in our nature to seek out the light, to push through the cracks, and find a way to survive. This resilience is what defines us, what makes us human. The seeds of hope, once sown, are difficult to eradicate. They take root in the most unlikely of places, and they grow, despite the odds. These seeds represent our dreams, our aspirations, our belief in a better future. They are a testament to our enduring spirit, to our ability to hope even in the face of adversity. And so we must remain vigilant, protecting our right to garden, to nurture, to grow. We must stand together as a community to defend these rights. We must watch over our gardens, not just for ourselves, but for future generations. We must ensure that the seeds of hope we plant today will continue to grow and flourish. Protecting our right to garden is about more than just growing food. It is about preserving our connection to the earth, to each other, and to our own humanity. It is about ensuring that we have the freedom to create, to nurture, to bring life into the world. To nurture, to grow, is to affirm our belief in the future. It is to say that we will not be defeated, that we will continue to strive for a better world. It is to declare that no matter the challenges we face, we will always find a way to thrive. This is the enduring spirit of the garden, the hope amidst dystopia.